Hello and welcome to Future Fuel. Again, I'm Carolina Soto and I'm an investment manager at Future Energy Ventures. Today we will explore the role of venture capital as a catalyzer to the energy transition. We will explore the main challenges, the investment areas, and also what drives innovation in the space. For that, I'd like to welcome our great host, Jan Lozek. He's the co-founder and managing partner at Future Energy Ventures. So welcome, Jan.
Hi, Carolina. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, thank you so much for being here. So to kick off the conversation, maybe you've seen that climate, not seen, but maybe you're aware, and also our audience might be aware that climate concerns have fully entered the public's consciousness. We see not only governments really setting targets of decarbonization, but also businesses, corporations, and individuals pledging money to fund the new transition. Only last year, Unilever, Amazon, and Microsoft pledged over 4 billion euros in climate investments. And I really want to understand, together with you, what are the main investment areas? Also, why is FEF so important in this space? Why do you exist?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Thank you, Carolina, for starting our conversation. So, Future Energy Ventures, I mean, the name is telling it. We invest in future energy technologies globally. We are mainly looking for identifying the best startups and most promising technologies for our industry, which have a huge potential to grow um, and help us today in reducing costs and improving our operations in the energy industry, and in future to identify new business models and new revenue streams for our industry, and most importantly, to avoid emissions in the future and to deliver a sustainable energy system in future. Most of you know energy industry is not an easy industry, and it's also not known for being an easy industry for working together with startups. And we as Future Energy Ventures have created a huge ecosystem with partners, with global partners, and with E.ON in the back. And what we are mainly helping startups with is helping them with their innovations, connecting with our partners, with E.ON, to accelerate their growth and to accelerate our ambition to generate the future energy system. Our investment focus is on business models and technologies which really builds towards this energy transitions. And we also have an eye on broader trends across digital transformation or changing demands of customers. And as mentioned, the impact of climate change is really a topic which is keeping our attention.
Thanks, Jan. That's very important indeed, and I feel like right now it's important as well for us to not act in isolation as just a venture capital or just a big energy utility, but really collaborate openly with big players in this space, and maybe drawing a parallel line to 15 years ago or 10 years ago. So there was the Cleantech Bubble 2005, 2006, where again, a lot of money was put into the space. Governments were also setting climate targets, maybe not as ambitious as right now, but it was happening. And at the end, the cleantech bubble, as it says, it bursted. And that was really negative, not only for the venture capital industry, but also for the startups that were funded by them. They went bankrupt. So, do you think there's a cleantech bubble 2.0?
Yeah, I'm just digesting, Carolina, and I'm just wanted to mention that the nature of change is failure, isn't it? And looking back at the clean tech, or as you call it, the clean tech bubble, I see also a lot of good things happened out of that clean tech revolution we have seen in the early 2000s. If you look at today's energy system, how many renewable energy production we already have in the system, and how quick and immense this asset class is growing globally. That's a huge achievement, isn't it? And we already and we also today build on what has been invented in that time in the clean tech bubble. However, our focus is clearly on software technologies and less than hardware technologies, which has been understood. That's an asset class which is really difficult to scale for venture capital. But if you look also back into the last 12 months, in the last 12 months, investments into the energy transitions reached 500 billion US dollars. That's amazing, isn't it? And I don't see it stopping it here. I expect this will increase further in the next years to a much higher level. Seasoned venture capital firms and investors, private equity investors, are entering into the market with an explicit climate and energy thesis, and
Mhm.
that will bring a lot of capital into the market as well as talent, which really means this is just the beginning. What I see and I've understood in 2020 is that the next 10 years in our sector will be much different. They will nothing like the past. They will drive the revolution of our industry and will help us to accelerate to arrive and to run an energy system which is sustainable in future.
That's a positive outlook. And maybe one more question regarding to all of these new talent that is now creating. What advice would you give to entrepreneurs who are raising funds right now?
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
Yeah, so, sorry for interrupting. Clearly define the problem. Yeah, that's the. I think that's the. It's a basic, but it's really important that you understand the problem you wanted to solve, and that's a huge problem to solve. So it's then also something which investors would like to invest into. And as soon as you have defined it, get early into contact with your prospect customers, get your feedback, understand what are their needs and wishes, and make sure that your solution can really scale with that. The second topic is could be even the first topic. It's people, talent, isn't it? So what do you need to scale a great idea? You need a good team, and I think you need to focus to build your team with diverse backgrounds, with diverse experiences. So team members need to combine a team with a lot of skills and capabilities and an entrepreneur mindset, and you need to ensure that your team can overcome any challenge and is also always open to change, even the direction, the product, whenever it is necessary. Most successful teams usually pivot 2 or 3 times until they arrive at the unicorn stage. And I think what also really is important from the very beginning, you should contact investors and understand what they are thinking, even before you think raising capital or so. It's really important to create relationships to investors, to the market, and to understand our needs as venture capital investors to better support you in future.
Thanks, Diane. And maybe if you allow me one more point, also working as an investor, I think we always look at financial KPIs, of course, because basically that's the nature of venture capital. But now that we really need to do something for the climate, not that we didn't have to do it before, but now the attention is here. Um, I think entrepreneurs should also look at their sustainability KPIs and what are they doing for the planet. It's not only about financial returns that you can bring to the table, but also how are you contributing to society and how are you contributing to the climate. So maybe that's one additional point that I think all entrepreneurs should take into account. Now, building on this vision, maybe Jan, you could tell me what's your vision for the future energy.
Yeah, my vision for the future energy is that energy will be digital, energy will be sustainable, abundant, and available to all. It will also be smart and controllable by artificial intelligence and energy management solutions. There will be significant local energy business as energy will be generated behind the meter. Just think about distributed energy resources. Buildings and cars will be part of our energy system in future. Battery technologies and other forms of energy resources will become integrated into homes, cities, streets, industrial sites, and will act as a smart grid and smart energy system in future. I believe we will get to a point when there will be a zero marginal cost for energy and net zero emissions from the energy system.
Looking really forward to building and achieving this future energy, because otherwise, I guess we won't be here. Well, thank you so much for sharing with me. I hope to see you soon, and thanks for audience for watching.
Thank you, Carolina.
Bye.
Bye.